On the final Saturday of the NFL regular season, all eyes were on Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. The Carolina Panthers and Tampa Bay Buccaneers faced off in a winner-take-all clash for the NFC South division title and the number 4 seed in the playoffs. For the Panthers, a win or a tie would end a decade-long division title drought, while the struggling Buccaneers clung to slim playoff hopes that required a victory and outside help. For the Carolina Panthers, 8-8, the mission was clear: control their own destiny. A win or tie would crown them NFC South champions for the first time since their 2015 Super Bowl run. After a disappointing loss the previous week that squandered their first chance to clinch, the pressure was on to finish the job on the road. Their opponents, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, entered the game in a tailspin. Having won only one game since their Week 9 bye, their season had collapsed. Yet, improbably, a path to the playoffs remained. To capture the division, the Bucs needed to not only beat the Panthers, but also have the Atlanta Falcons lose to the New Orleans Saints later in the weekend. The game featured a compelling quarterback storyline that mirrored each team's season trajectory. Bryce Young, the Panthers' third-year quarterback, was playing for the first playoff bid of his career. He entered the game having posted several career-best marks in 2025, including a 63.2% completion rate and an 87.0 passer rating. Young was also coming off a strong performance against these same Buccaneers just 2 weeks prior, a 23-20 Carolina victory, where he threw 2 touchdowns. On the other sideline, Baker Mayfield's season had been a tale of two halves. Through the first 9 weeks, he played like an MVP candidate, averaging 244 yards per game with 16 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. However, since the Bucs' Week 9 bye, his production plummeted. Over a 1-6 stretch, he averaged just 186 yards per game with 9 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Although listed on the injury report with shoulder and knee issues, Mayfield was a full participant in practice leading up to the game, looking to recapture his early season form in a must-win scenario. In the final 90 minutes before kickoff, both teams announced their inactive players. Keynotes included: the Buccaneers received a significant boost as star left tackle Tristan Wirfs, turf toe, was active and would play after missing the previous week's game. Notable Buccaneers inactives included starting cornerback Jamal Dean and linebacker Anthony Nelson. For the Panthers, veteran wide receiver Hunter Renfrow was among the players listed as inactive. The crucial Week 18 matchup kicked off at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, broadcast nationally on ESPN and ABC, with a live stream available on NFL+. As the game got underway, the Buccaneers offense took the field first after a kickoff return by running back Sean Tucker. Tampa Bay, aiming to snap a 4-game losing streak, began its desperate fight to keep its flickering season alive against a Panthers team determined to finally seize the division crown that had eluded them for 10 years. The stage was set for a dramatic conclusion to the NFC South race, where every play could mean the difference between a playoff berth and the end of the season. The quarterback matchup for the NFC South title presented a stark contrast in momentum and performance. Bryce Young of the Panthers entered the game with career-best efficiency, including an 87.0 passer rating, and was coming off a strong 2-touchdown performance against these same Buccaneers just 2 weeks prior. In contrast, Baker Mayfield of the Buccaneers was mired in a profound second-half slump. After an MVP-caliber start to the season, 16 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, his play had sharply declined since Week 10, averaging only 186 passing yards per game with 9 touchdowns against 8 interceptions in a 1-6 stretch for his team. This divergence set the stage for a decisive clash, with Young seeking his first playoff berth and Mayfield fighting to salvage a crumbling season.